Alright, here we go. Next day. Trying to figure out what went wrong and what I should have done before even messing with this engine in the beginning. So, in the last video, we had a bunch of water shooting up, meaning, okay, there's still something wrong. And I did a compression check on this head at 60 psi all across. And we'll see what's going on. I already did a leak down on cylinder number 4, and yeah, we had it coming out of the exhaust, so there's something going on with the exhaust valves. Now I'm gonna do a leak down on number 2. I did do a leak down on number 1, and sure enough, air escaping from the radiator. The rear head also had a blown head gasket. I thought I could get away with it because I did a compression check and it was 210, 205, and then 210. I was like, oh, okay, compression is good on the rear head, so it shouldn't be any issues. Well, wrong. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and do a leak down on number 2. We're gonna see what we find. Oh, I could already hear it. Yeah, I don't think I need to go any further. So yeah, you can have good compression, but that doesn't mean you don't have a blown head gasket. So now I'm going to continue on with the leak down. We'll check number 5 next, and then number 3 and number 6, just to get a full inspection done. So doing the leak down on number 5 right now. I do hear something coming from the exhaust as well. Don't hear anything from the radiator, which is good. So yeah, intake. Let me get the intake off so I can hear it as well. Alright, so here's leak down on cylinder number 3. I forgot to open the radiator cap. But yeah, windy today. Sorry about the noise. But yeah, you can hear that. You really should have done the rear head at the same time. But I was trying to be cheap, so it just cost me more time and a little bit more money. No big deal. Now let's move on to number 6. So here we are in number 6, and I got a lot of leakage coming from the intake. So intake valves. Don't hear anything from the radiator, so that's a good sign. Meaning the head gasket is sealing. So I really should have just had the valves checked when this head was off. But my original compression check was 180 here, which is a little low, but still okay. However, these were 90 and 90. Now they're all reading 60 psi. So my best guess is I'm gonna do a valve adjustment, because how does this one go from 180 to 60? Well, let me do the valve adjustment. Let me check them, and then see what that affects. Hey everybody, so after last video's screw up, I am now removing both cylinder heads this time. Yeah, so I shouldn't have assumed that just because you have 200 psi on each cylinder that you gotta get that gasket. I'm learning that the hard way. And the front head, well, what happened is the rocker arm assemblies got left loose, and I'm pretty sure I bent valves. So laziness got the best of me. Now I'm doing it again. Right now it's about 6:30ish, so I'm estimating by 8:30 I'll have both heads out. And rather than recording it all again, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to it. Alright, so it's 8 o'clock. I thought I'd be cool and have both heads off by now, but nah. I got hung up on this connector for protective cover for the fuel line. Anyways, got the harness out of the way, and I'm gonna get that pipe out of the way that I hate taking off. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the heater hoses, that little crap right there, and then the head should be off. And not too bad, but okay. Alright, 8:53, both heads out. Started at 6. Got a phone call from the wife, got a phone call from somebody else, tied up about maybe 30 minutes. Whatever. Both heads are out now. Time to fix it the right way, which I should have done in the beginning. Anyways, we'll get it fixed. Not giving up on this. So I actually forgot to record this, and I ignored this the first time I did the front head removal. This is plastic melted onto the rear head intake manifold bolt. Yeah, so it got really, really hot. And I just said, screw it, we're gonna go with it. But I should have just done this.